We are back on Naruto Storm 4! Well, kind of. Recently, I've been taking a lot of L's in this game. Like, I am diarrheaing L's. I don't know why. I just can't seem to win as much anymore. And as a self-proclaimed warlord, it's only right that I try to live up to my name and prove my strength to others. I decided to join a tournament. I've joined 2 tournaments, but this time I joined a tournament hosted by the French community of Naruto Storm 4. If you've been in the community for a bit, you would know that the French side of the community has insane players and stylers. I'm not trying to start a debate here, but one may say the French players are better than the American players. Anyways, this tournament was filled with Viva la France, so I decided to join it and try to test my abilities versus players who come from the land of France. Bonjour. I feel like I've been talking too much. My first opponent, Zoro Dono. This guy went with EMS Sasuke and Pain, which is not a bad team. It's a team you can do well with. I decided to pick a very old team of mine, the first Quenchers, which I haven't used in a long time, but this was one of my favorite teams back in the day. Anyways, Pain randomly counters for no reason. It looks like he's panicking. He switches to Sasuke, who also counters but fails to land it. His guard is red. The first Quenchers are going in, with Tobirama pressuring Sasuke's guard and eventually breaking it before laying a kunai right in his stomach. As you can see, the lag is prevalent on the blue bar, which is pretty messed up. Oh man, I remember this game having a lot of lag. There were some banned characters, so I couldn't put Mei in this team. I don't know who this guy is, and I've never heard of this guy. So when you see someone that you don't know is using one support, it makes you kind of a lot more scared, because you're going to assume that they're a good player and very confident. That was a cool jutsu switch, catching Pain off guard, the strike back activate, and then he gets hit with another water dragon. The cool thing about this team is that they are all strike. What the hell was that shit? Bruh. I tried to smash him from the back, but I'm the one who gets smashed. It looks like Sasuke tried to hold me down with that freaking Chidori, but he wasn't able to break my guard. Then he switched to Pain. That was a wayward jutsu switch from the first Quenchers. I don't know what they were thinking, but Zabuza throws 2 paper bombs to activate the double strike back. It looks like Pain and Sasuke haven't really been able to get a foothold in the game. Zoro Dono hasn't been able to even take off my green bar yet. He ends up getting hit with a water style. Zabuza does a double water style to catch Sasuke off guard. Insane plays from the ninja with no eyebrows. It looks like this match could be done and dusted, but it doesn't look like it because he's still fighting back. Zabuza dashes to lock in Sasuke, then switches to Tobirama, who fails to get Sasuke in the combo. But it doesn't change much as Sasuke is down to no subs. And apparently, Sasuke is partially blind as he decides to do a tilt in the wrong direction. He is getting absolutely obliterated. Suigetsu tries to activate an ultimate jutsu, but the lag froze his timing. Oh, what the hell was that? You know, I played these games yesterday, and I don't even remember that happening. Sasuke tries to catch Suigetsu during his ultimate jutsu, and he ends up getting fucked over. He's definitely pissed by that. His rage and hatred is definitely at an all-time high right now, and it's obvious as he's finally putting in some damage, almost taking out Suigetsu. It's pretty balanced right now. He switches to Pain, tries to counter, he fails. The first Quenchers have no subs. Zabuza switches to Suigetsu, who switches to Tobirama and finishes him with a kunai. The disrespect from the first Quenchers onto the Rinnegan Pain. Now it's time for the second match. This time I went with Sai and Haku because I kind of felt bad that this guy was using one support and I wanted to try and match him in this game. He's got freaking Kazekage Gara, which is a pretty good support in some cases. This Sai and Haku combo is like the only 2-man solo team that I use because they're characters that you can be very fancy with and they have cool ass combos. But with that being said, I had not used them for a very long time, so I was basically going into this raw and hoping for the best. Right now the game is looking a bit balanced. I decided to sub there when I could have just waited for the rebound and then chakra dash to catch him vulnerable while he's on the ground. And it looks like that has messed me over here because now I'm down to no subs and he's caught me in the combo. Looking at the health lead now, it's completely gone to one side. He catches me in the air with 4th Kazekage and man, I hate it so much when combos don't connect properly, yet they still finish. Now he's the one with no subs. Ooh, that was a really nice switch. Catching him with the Haku jutsu and switching to Sai. Although it looks like I didn't really do much with it because he managed to get away. He tries to call out Kazekage support, but I managed to hit him. And he just mashes his way forward with Minato. I try to hit him and he hits me with a counter. This guy really loves his counters. Sai has no subs and decides to activate an ultimate jutsu, which looks like it connects, but all his opponent had to do was sub and dash back in to penetrate the man. I need to be a lot more careful with things like that, because when I have no subs, I shouldn't be trying to make plays like that. I should be trying to play a lot more safe. Although I'm not too pressed on improving at the game, it's things like that that make me lose games. Not gonna lie though, that was a pretty nice combo. Looks like it wasn't the best decision though, as he has managed to do a good amount of damage with his little health that he has. Right now he has no subs and all I need to do is finish this guy off with what, 7 kunai or some shit. He double counters out of desperation, and Haku grabs the yellow-haired bastard by the chest and finishes him with ice. Despite being behind in health lead, it's still a very winnable game, as long as Team Haku play their cards right. The question is, will they? Right now Minato has caught him in the combo, and it looks like he's barely taking any damage. He tries to land the counter, which fails and forces him to waste his sub. Right now it looks like Team Haku are actually on the offensive now. Gaara's dad uses his last sub, then switches to Minato to land the Rasengan. Honestly, that is so bad on my part. I had 4 subs and I decided not to use it. That was nice teamwork from Sai and Haku, with Sai dashing at him and Haku guard breaking him when he has no subs. Does his ultimate jutsu hit? Ooh, almost hits. He just managed to get a sub at the last second. That could have changed the game a lot. Sai manages to get him in the combo. Will he do much with it? He hits him with a down combo, and the game is back to being balanced. However, he gets hit with the 4th Kazekage for no reason. Wait, what? Okay, well, apparently I just don't know how to sub kunai. Clearly, I suck at using 2-man cells, and at this point, I didn't want to go too hard against this guy, but I also didn't want to go too easy, because if I go too easy, I'm gonna lose. I didn't want to fall into the losers bracket yet. So this time, I went with Team 7. Usually, I'd pick Storm 3 Kakashi with this team, but Storm 3 Kakashi is banned, and Double Sharingan Kakashi is trash. So I went with 5 Kage Summit Sasuke. This guy went with Madara and Minato. What the hell was that? It looks like I tried to do a dash and then cancelled jutsu switch into Sakura, and I ended up doing nothing. I can't explain that. What the hell? Right now, this dude is definitely getting the better of me, despite having 2 supports. Another thing I've always noticed is that when I want to do a leader switch, I do certain movements that make it so obvious that I'm about to do a leader switch. Like, for example, there, I was just AFK with Sasuke. Although the game has become way more balanced now, and I managed to hit Madara with a Chidori right in the chest. Reminds me of Rin. They clash with a dash, and Sakura hits him with the Cherry Blossom Clash. Right now, Sasuke has no subs, and he somehow gets caught in the Madara combo. Once again, a combo that didn't connect properly still finishes. It's bullshit. It's so dumb, I swear. That was a pretty cool switch out from Sasuke into Sakura, and it actually looks like I might win this round. I call out Sasuke to lock him in, which is an obvious move, and then I grab him with Sakura. My plan here would be to do as much damage as I can with this little health that I have. Somehow I've already wasted 3 subs because I'm freaking panicking. I waste my freaking last sub and get hit with a Madara from behind, which I definitely could have blocked. It is really interesting looking back at my gameplay and seeing how many mistakes that I make, and seeing how trash my gameplay is. Wow, that grab though. I couldn't tell if the game was so balanced because of this guy's playstyle or because of how many mistakes I was making. He really doesn't have that strong of a team compared to his last ones, and I have 2 air supports, so I should be dominating this guy, but for some reason I wasn't. He did a wayward counter there, which I took advantage of. I decided to not continue the combo so I could activate the Naruto Strike Back, but his Madara was available, so that was a bad decision. I managed to lock him in with Sage Mode Naruto, but not much happens. Catches him in the air combo, fire style, catches him in another air combo, but this time Madara manages to save him. On the bright side, the match looks like it's in my favor now. I've managed to take much more of a health lead in this one. Naruto catches Madara by the toes, making him waste a sub. That was a very nice counter parry. I don't think I did much of that in this game for some reason. I don't even think I countered much in this game. I decided not to sub that because I think my Naruto would hit Madara, but it didn't. I could have forced him into a corner a lot earlier. Wow, the lag definitely messed up with his timing there. Oh yeah, this was my next opponent, Emilio Roswell, who also goes by the name of Yukino. This man was waiting for me. He was prepared.